As Jade Emperor tilted his head, the Star Lord of the White Planet leaned in to listen. Tian Peng watched them whispering and snickering beside him, clenching his teeth tightly. The Star Lord chuckled and said to Tian Peng, "Tian Peng, the Emperor's grace is vast. You are spared from death and merely banished to the mortal realm. You should thank him." Jade Emperor sneered and ordered, "Bring a Yu here. Let them say their goodbyes." The Moon Goddess, clad in a white gauzy dress, walked up slowly, her expression reminiscent of the cold, distant moonlit sky. Tian Peng smiled at her and said, "At any time, you are always so beautiful." A Yu choked back tears and said, "I want you to remember me at my best." Tian Peng promised, "I swear to you, as long as I live, I will come to see you." A Yu worriedly said, "You will go to the mortal world and forget everything. You won't remember me anymore." Tian Peng firmly said, "I won't forget. I will never forget." A Yu pleaded, "You must forget me. Then you will be much happier." A Yu stepped forward and gently kissed Tian Peng on the forehead. With her hand, she slipped a red pill into his mouth. She stepped back and said, "Swallow it, and you will forget everything. Forget me. Forever forget me." She turned and ran away. Tian Peng watched her disappear into the mist. A god led a girl up. It was a Yao. The god reported, "Your Majesty, while patrolling Mount Hua, we found her alone on the mountain. Not sure what she was looking for." Jade Emperor said, "Isn't this a Yao?" He smirked. "Why would a little girl become a demon? Tell me honestly where the remaining demons have fled, and I will grant you." A Yao was unexpectedly calm. She said, "Just now, I was with a group of demons." She recalled, "They cursed and said things I've never heard before, and there was one phrase I didn't know. They asked me what I wanted to do in the future. It was the first time someone asked me what I wanted to do. That's when I understood why those demons were willing to starve on the ground. Because no one ever said, 'grant' to them, and they didn't live by grants." Jade Emperor put on a pained expression and said, "Heh heh, one day on earth is but a moment in heaven. What did Sun Wukong use to lure a pure and innocent fairy into the land of sin? Yao, how simple and lovely you used to be. Now you've become like this. It truly breaks my heart." A Yao propped her chin with her finger and thought for a long time, then said, "What was that phrase they said?" "Oh, shut your bird mouth. No, there was no please. I always get it wrong." Some of the gods couldn't help but laugh. Jade Emperor, disregarding decorum, shouted, "Who? Who laughed?" Of course, no one answered. Every deity feigned sorrow. Suddenly, someone said, "What are these?" It was Tian Peng, who was about to be thrown into the banished immortal well. A Yao turned to see him, startled. Her eyes couldn't help but fill with tears. She answered through her tears, "These are gods." As Tian Peng fell, he laughed to the heavens. Mid-air, he saw another figure plummeting from the heavens, like a Yao. She was like a leaf blown by the wind to a distant horizon. The mist cleared, and Tian Peng saw the scenery of the mortal world, a peaceful little village. Closer, closer. The next day, a village sow was astonished to see a newborn piglet, unlike the others who snuggled up to her, wobbling towards the pen's edge. Suddenly, thump, the piglet spat out something fiercely. It was a red pill. In the heavenly palace, Jade Emperor asked, "How is that demon monkey?" A god reported, "Your Majesty, after 50,000 thunder strikes, that monkey is still not dead." Jade Emperor ordered, "Disembowel him." The god reported again, "Your Majesty, after 3,000 cuts, that monkey is still alive." Jade Emperor commanded, "Burn him." The god reported once more, "Your Majesty, he is still alive." Jade Emperor angrily ordered, "Send 300 heavenly wolves to bite him, 300 heavenly eagles to peck him." The god exclaimed in surprise, "The monkey is still not dead." Jade Emperor stood up in shock, asking, Why can't he die? Guanyin beside him smiled faintly and said, This is a divine monkey created by heaven and earth. As long as his heart does not die, he cannot be killed. Jade Emperor declared firmly, I don't believe there is anything in this world that I, the Heavenly Emperor, cannot kill. Continue the torture until he dies. Guanyin suggested, Perhaps there is a way to make him die. Zixia was brought before Jade Emperor. He said to Zixia, Guanyin has told you everything. You know what you must do. Zixia remained silent. Guanyin behind her said, When you see his state, you will understand that you cannot let him live. Jade Emperor commanded, Go. Zixia walked forward step by step. She didn't dare to look up, just counting her steps. 100 steps, almost in front of him. She saw blood flowing towards her feet. She heard a familiar voice say to her, Ha! You've come. Zixia looked up sharply. She saw, before her was a bronze-high platform, on which a giant pillar soared into the sky. At the base of the pillar, a half-bloody, half-charred corpse lay, its flesh and bones separated. No longer human, only one part still had two bright beads, emitting a familiar joyful gaze. The remains said, I knew you would come. Zixia just looked at him. For a long time she said, You were waiting for me? The remains stammered, Waiting for you? No, I just thought you would come. The monkey said, That day, I promised you I'd return from the peach banquet and we'd watch the sunset together. I really like the sea of Flower Mountain. I often watch the sun there. The sun sets. Actually, I wanted to say, wait for you to tell you Flower Mountain. The sunset there is very. Blood dripped from his head, flowing into his wriggling mouth. But each word was so clear, his eyes shone with hope. Zixia said, You're holding on just to tell me this? The remains said, Actually, there's more. I've always wanted to tell you. Your dream, it's real. I've seen such a squirrel. One that likes to watch the sunset from the treetops. Zixia said, I'm not a squirrel. I was born from the clouds of the western heaven. That was just a dream.